You've got to speak up.
I love Jon Stewart so much. I think he's the only man my husband is ever jealous of. Tonight, on the heels of the Jimmy Kimmel firing, he did a special episode where he interviewed Maria Ressa, who's a Nobel Prize winner, who actively fought back against dictatorship in the Philippines and was a jailed dissident. He's been signaling for a long time that the same practices that were used in the Philippines to suppress speech and foment hate and fear are being exported on an active basis to the U.S. Despite the fact that she's been sounding the alarms for a long time, no one's really been listening, which led her tonight to say,
"It feels like Americans are like deer in headlights."
Which is right. We are really caught off guard by the steep decline into fascism that's happened over the last 8 months and the rapid descent that's happened in the last couple months.
But if you don't move and protect the rights you have, you lose them. And it's so much harder to reclaim them.
To which Jon Stewart pointed out,
There is no real sense of process or scaffolding that could create a ladder out of this hole.
now this is where I think he messed up. Granted, he had like very little time to pull this show together, so grain of salt. I, as a viewer, didn't walk away from that knowing better what should I be doing to combat this on an individual basis. I'm not a politician, I'm not a journalist. What can I be doing? I went ahead and looked into some of Maria Ressa's work, and I identified 6 steps that individuals can and should be taking right now. Number 1, speak out in defense of the truth. Wherever you can on your platforms on a one-to-one basis, speak out and defend the truth. And I would add to that, if you can do it with kindness and empathy, it's always going to land better. Number 2, define your values to yourself. What do you believe in? What are your non-negotiables? Do you believe that free speech is a right that we all should hold dear and that government should not censor our speech? Okay, then define that to yourself so that when they begin to chip at that, you can return to that as a core value and understand that what they're doing is chipping at your core values. Number 3, build communities, both online and in person. Online communities are really convenient and they are just a reality of the world we're living in. But don't forget about the in-person communities too, because they are where you have real human touch points and connections. So both online and in-person communities are key. Number 4, talk about politics. It's uncomfortable and it's going to be uncomfortable, but you have to talk about it, especially with the people who don't agree with you. And again, I would say approach it from a place of empathy. But if you don't talk about it, it will stay in the shadows and everything that is being done will remain in the shadows. Okay, I lied. There's only 5 that I'm going to talk about because this is the last one and it's really important, and it is acting despite fear. I think it's going to be really scary to continue to speak out in the coming days and months and years, and speaking out despite being fearful is what will allow us to overcome this. Maria Ressa has really inspired me to choose optimism, so I'll let her have the last words.
Is this an information apocalypse or is it an information Armageddon? Apocalypse is done. It's the end of the world.